Welcome back to our journey through the hidden mechanisms of manifestation. In our previous chapters, we explored the true nature of reality as responsive consciousness, the architecture of manifestation, and the power of vibrational coherence. Now we arrive at perhaps the most revolutionary concept of all, quantum navigation. What if I told you that everything you wish to manifest already exists? That your desired experiences, relationships, and circumstances are not things you need to create, but realities you can navigate to. This understanding completely transforms the manifestation process from effortful creation to deliberate selection. Quantum physics has demonstrated that at the subatomic level, particles exist in all possible states simultaneously until observed. This phenomenon, known as superposition, doesn't just apply to particles, it applies to your entire life experience. Every possible version of your reality exists right now in what physicists call the quantum field and what ancient traditions called the Akashic records. These parallel realities contain every possible variation of your life, including the exact versions where you've already achieved what you're currently trying to manifest. The universe isn't a singular timeline, but a multiverse of infinite possibilities branching out in every direction. Your consciousness is the navigator that determines which of these infinite realities becomes your experience. This explains why sometimes manifestation seems instant, while other times it feels impossible. When your consciousness is already aligned with a particular reality, you navigate to it effortlessly. When there's significant misalignment, the navigation becomes difficult or even seems blocked. Here's where traditional manifestation approaches fall short. They focus on creating what you want through effort, rather than navigating to where it already exists effortlessly. The timeline. Jumping technique I'm about to share comes from an obscure spiritual lineage that maintained these practices in secret for generations. Unlike typical visualization, this approach works with the actual mechanics of quantum reality selection. Begin by settling into a comfortable position and closing your eyes. Instead of focusing on what you want to manifest, I want you to contemplate the profound truth that infinite versions of you exist simultaneously across the multiverse. There's a version of you already experiencing the exact reality you're trying to manifest. This isn't metaphorical, it's literal. That version exists with the same certainty as the version you're experiencing now. Feel the absolute truth of this for a moment. All possible versions of you exist right now. Now imagine your consciousness as a tuning dial that can shift between these parallel realities. Just as you might tune a radio to different stations, you can tune your consciousness to different reality frequencies. The specific reality you're seeking to experience has a unique frequency signature. To access it, you need to match this signature precisely. Here's where the technique becomes powerful. Instead of trying to imagine what having your desire might feel like, which most manifestation practices suggest, you're going to feel what it's like to be the version of you that already has it. This subtle difference changes everything. You're not creating a new state, you're accessing an existing one. Ask yourself, how would the version of me who already has this naturally feel, think, and perceive reality? Not how you imagine you would feel if you got it, but how that already existing version of you actually experiences life right now. This isn't acting or pretending, it's tuning to an authentic frequency that already exists. I worked with a client who had struggled for years with chronic health issues. Traditional healing approaches had minimal effect. When she began practicing timeline jumping, focusing on the version of herself that was already healthy, she experienced a remarkable shift. Within weeks, medical tests showed significant improvements that her doctors couldn't explain. The key insight she shared was, I stopped trying to heal this body and instead found the me that was already healthy. Another powerful aspect of quantum navigation involves what I call reality anchors. These are physical objects, images, or environments that help stabilize your consciousness in the targeted reality. When selecting visual elements for your environment, look for pieces that resonate with the frequency of your target reality. Certain artworks naturally align with specific frequency signatures, acting as bridges between parallel experiences. This isn't about the subject matter of the art, but its energetic resonance. The timeline jumping technique dramatically accelerates manifestation because it bypasses the creation process entirely. You're not building a new reality brick by brick. You're shifting to where it already exists in complete form. With practice, this navigation can become nearly instantaneous. I've witnessed people shift lifelong patterns in moments using this approach, not through years of processing or healing, but through the simple act of consciousness navigation. Remember, the version of you that's already experiencing your desired reality isn't struggling to maintain it. That version naturally thinks, feels, and perceives in alignment with that experience. By authentically embodying that state of being, you naturally shift timelines. In our next chapter, we'll explore the unconscious architecture that often prevents smooth navigation between realities, and how to reprogram these hidden structures for effortless manifestation. Until then, practice the timeline jumping technique daily, focusing on a single target reality at first. Notice how your perception begins to shift as you consistently embody the consciousness of your desired reality. Remember, you're not creating what you want, you're navigating to where it already exists.